There was once a cook named Grethel, who was sure with red roses, and when she worked out with them on, she turned herself this way and that, and thought, "You certainly are a pretty girl." And when she came home she drank, in her gladness of heart, a draught of wine, and as one inside a design to eat. She tasted the best whatever she was cooking until she was satisfied, and said, "The cook must know what the food is like." It came to pass that the master one day said to her, "Grethel, there is a guest coming this evening. Prepare me 2 fowl very daintily. Scald them, pluck them, put them on a spit, and toward evening set them before the fire, that they might roast." The fowl began to turn brown and were nearly ready, but the guest had not yet arrived. Then Grethel called out to her master, "If the guests do not come, I must take the fowl away from the fire. But will be a sin and a shame if they are not eaten directly when they are choosest." The master said, "I will run myself and fetch the guest." When the master has turned his back, Grethel led the spit with the fowl on one side and thought, "Standing so long by the fire there, make one hot and thirsty. Who knows when they will come? Meanwhile, I will run into the cellar and take a drink." She ran down, set the jug, said, "God bless it to thy use, Grethel," and took a good drink, and took yet another hearty draught. Then she went and put the fowl down again to the fire, pasted them, and drove the spit merrily round. But as the roast meat smelled so good, Grethel thought, something might be wrong. It ought to be tasted. She touched it with her finger and said, "Ah, how good a fowl are! It certainly is a sin and a shame that they are not eaten directly." She ran to the window to see if the master was not coming with his guest, but she saw no one, and went back to the fowl and thought, "One of the wings is burning. I had better take it off and eat it." So she cut it off, ate it, and enjoyed it. And when she had done, she thought, "The other must go down too, or our master will observe that something is missing." When the 2 wings were eaten, she went and looked for her master and did not see him. It suddenly occurred to her, who knows, they are perhaps not come yet at all, and have turned in somewhere. Then she said, "Hello, Grethel, enjoy yourself. One fowl has been cut in 2. Take another drink, and eat up entirely. When it's eaten, you will have some peace. Why should God good gift be spoiled?" So she ran into the cellar again, took an enormous drink, and ate up the 1 chicken in green. When one of the chicken was swallowed down, and still her master did not come, Grethel looked at the other and said, "Where one is, the other should be likewise. The 2 go together. What right for the one is right for the other. I think if I would take another draught, it would do me no harm." So she took another hearty drink, and let the second chicken rejoin the first. While she was just in the best of the eating, her master came and cried, "Hurry up, hasty, Grethel. The guest is coming directly after me." "Yes, sir, I will soon serve up," answered Grethel. Meantime, the master looked to see that the table was properly laid, and took the great knife, wherewith he was going to carve the chicken, and sharp it on the step. Presently the guest came, and knocked politely and cordially at the house door. Grethel rang, and looked to see who was there, and when she saw the guest, she put her finger to her lip and said, "Get away as quickly as you came. If my master catch you, it would be the worse for you. He certainly did ask to you to supper, but his intention is to cut off your 2 ears. Just listen how he's sharpening the knife for it." The guest heard the sharpening and hurried down the step again as he could. Grethel was not idle. She ran screaming to her master and cried, "You have invited a fine guest." Why, Grethel, what do you mean by that?" "Yes," said she, "he has taken the chicken which I was just going to serve up off the dish, and has run away with them." "That is a nice trick," said her master, and limited to the fine chicken. "If he had left me one, so that something remains for me to eat." He called to him to stop, but the guest pretended not to hear. Then he ran after him with the knife still in his hands, crying, just one," meaning that the guest should leave him just 1 chicken and not take both. The guest However, found no other way that was to give up one of his hands, and ran as if the fire were burning under him, in order to take them both home with him.